What's up, everybody? Coming to you this way and not through moto vlog style, because I got some other stuff to do today. But we are test riding again today. We're heading on out to A&S Motorcycles in Roseville, California, to test ride some European bikes. So that's what this dealership specializes in. I will be riding the Ducati Diavel. Not sure what to expect. The only thing I know about the Ducati Diavel is that I watched Jay Leno's Garage where he rode it, and he called it kind of like the Ducati Cruiser. Ever since I watched that episode, I was super curious about this bike and how it feels, how it rides, and I will have more for you when I get there.
20 minutes later.
The route guidance is now finished.
This is the Ducati Diavel. Look at this, all digital instrumentation. Looks like maybe a little bit more forward controls. This is going to be a shorter ride here because this is a brand new bike. All right. So the classic Ducati sound, it's a lot more throaty than your typical sport bike, but this is more of a, this is what I've heard is a more of a cruiser. Now, even though these controls are like mid controls, my knees are coming up pretty high. Now, these grips are really small, and it's like sport bike grips. Oh, still got my turn signal on. But I love the sound out of Ducatis. This is the first time I've ever ridden a Ducati. And that deep, throaty Ducati sound. Oh, I love that. So, even though you are in a more upright position than you would be on a sport bike, this still feels like a little more sporty position. So clutch lets out kind of late. All right, so lots of instrumentation here, all digital. We got the kill switch and the ignition on the right, blinkers on the left. Some really cool looking aggressive style mirrors. And oh, the rumble on this bike almost feels Harley-esque. I'm guessing it's a counterbalance engine, but just a mean sound and aggressive sitting cruiser is what I would call it, because even though we've got what feels like mid controls, I'm still leaning forward a little bit. Man, that is really mean, and I like it. It feels like a big bike, and I'll have to do a little more research on the weight and the like the length, but definitely a step up from a normal sport bike as far as weight and the feel of the bike altogether. The rake definitely isn't raked out like a cruiser. So when you look at it from the angle that I'm sitting at right now, you definitely feel a little bit more like you're riding a sport bike. But it's a good blend of sportiness and kind of a relaxed, more relaxed feel. Really nice on the turns. So we're going for a shorter ride because this is a brand new bike. We're not going to go on the highway, and I don't know that we'll get much more get up much faster than this, but this is really nice. And we got some cops right here, definitely looking to make sure that we're being good. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of power here, and that's exactly what I would expect out of a Ducati. I'm glad that I rode this bike before I tried riding a Ducati sport bike, because I don't know, just the name Ducati, you know, you think, the first thing I think of is speed. So this is a good start to that, I think. Yeah, man, when you let out of that, when you let that clutch out, it really gets on it. Yeah. There's a lot of power behind this bike. I'm not going to get up much faster than this because it's a residential neighborhood, but man, that is really nice. And again, with this forward-ish riding position, you can really get on it without feeling like you're gonna get yanked off the bike. So that torque and that pull that you get is, you don't feel unsafe, I would say. So this is a really comfortable ride for a sportier bike, because you're sitting upright a little more. Oh, killed it.
One eternity later.
There it is. It's that button. Alright, let's go find our guide. There he is. Alright, like I was trying to start in second gear. Alright, let's get back to it. So, again, you're in a really comfortable position. So, I could ride this a lot longer than I could a sport bike, and that's for sure. So if you are looking for a bike with a lot of power and but still have that sporty feel, I would definitely recommend the Ducati Diavel. Had to kill it right before the end, didn't I? Oh, you idiot. Oh well, what are you gonna do? New bike.
A few moments later.
Alright, so just to give you some quick impressions of the Ducati Diavel, it's really a nice blend. It's the halfway mark between a sport bike and a cruiser, I would say. You've got that really deep, throaty Ducati sound, so nothing wrong with that. Handled really well for a bike that felt so big. And I don't know if it just felt big because of the size of the tank, but it did feel larger. And also it could just be because the positioning of it feels a little more like a sport bike, and I'm not used to a sport bike, you know, having to maneuver around a sport bike that also feels like the weight of a cruiser. So, and when I say cruiser, I say Harley, because some cruisers just aren't that heavy. Mine is, so definitely though, it didn't feel like Harley weight, so that's not something you have to worry about. Thumbs up for the Ducati Diavel, and Ducati in general. Now I'm ready to try out one of the like a Monster 797, so we'll see. Guys, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up, and if you're so inclined, hit the subscribe button for more content. Guys, if you're riding, be safe, and if you're not riding, get riding. This is that one guy. I'm out.
It's that one guy.